Welcome everyone to Hexproof from Ward, Season 2, Episode number 25.
Ooh. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, in today's episode, we'll cover Gen Con. I went there myself, some of the fun announcements and activities there. We'll also cover the Hobbit pre-release, how that went, and then we'll also cover a Hobbit-themed deck build because we didn't get a Hobbit pre-release. Why not make our own? And then after that, we have a fun uh, announcement regarding the coolest playmats ever, quite possibly. So with that, but before we get into all that, how about we just warm up with some small talk? How's everyone doing?
How are you doing, Eli?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're
You
we're doing we're
know?
doing pretty good here. Bruno, when we went to California for Dancing with the Stars Con, Bruno stayed at Barkefellers, which is like a little hotel for doggies, and came home and he's got kennel cough and some other stuff going on. So he had to go to the
Oh,
vet and he's taking some medicine and things, and so
guy.
they're being super helpful and helping us out and covering some stuff for us. So that's really nice of them and things like that. And Dancing with the Stars Con was really fun. Uh, the only kind of thing I didn't really like was them just springing the parking fees on you without bringing that up beforehand, and it was like $50 a car every
Oh,
night. So that was cool.
oh,
And but it was fun. I got to play ping pong against some of the pros. They bring a ping pong table when they travel and everything, so they're pretty legit at ping pong. So, but that was cool, and got to meet some cool people. Spend the weekend with Victoria. That was awesome. And then we went to the state fair today, and we had to take shelter
ooh,
twice while we were there,
holy.
because so that was fun. Today was supposed to be Eli's birthday, but then. Uh,
Canceled.
No, uh, it's funny. So he turns 3 a week from today. So he was actually going to share a birthday with his grandpa and his great grandma and his Victoria's brother's dog. But we got a phone call at like 3 o'clock in the morning that morning, and they said, we don't have any beds. So then we had to wait an entire extra week before Eli was born. So today is not Eli's birthday. Next week is Eli's birthday, and we're having his party this weekend. So that was a lot, but
Nice,
that's what I have going on.
nice. And Keith, how about you?
Mine's good. I start a new medication, so I'm like sleeping is tough right now. I I was up till like 6 a.m. this morning, so I only got a couple hours sleep.
Oh, shoot.
Oh goodness.
Previous day just rolling around without sleeping. But it's all right. Over the weekend, I was supposed to help my brother like remodel his fire pit, but we had the wrong shovels. We gave up like 10 minutes in. That was
Oh,
pretty funny.
no.
So I'm supposed to be doing that for real this coming weekend. I'm
So
trying to
this
get
just
like a
in, Keith
tiller or
did.
something.
Sorry, Keith did not have it in spades.
No.
Uh,
Eh,
womp, womp, womp.
But
Oh, my awful joke summoned Sam.
Sam is here.
Hey, yeah, Sam, you came in just in time for small talk. How you living?
Uh-oh. Living so hard, the mic's not on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in a conference call with somebody else.
Oh,
We're here now, so
nice.
we're good.
Cool.
Everything
Have you been?
okay?
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a bad emergency. It was just something I had to do something before this.
Oh, okay.
Well,
We'll show those off in a little bit, buddy.
then without further ado, so let's dive into Gen Con. So I went there all 4 days. It was a really cool environment. Always great to see a bunch of people hanging out. Jammed a lot of games with like random people, like before the convention floor opened. That was fun to do. Just we get there really early while there's still parking within a 2 mile radius, and then jam games till the floor opens. So it was a lot of fun to do. Got to meet a lot of people, handed out a lot of Hexproof from Ward stickers, and got some new
Yeah.
followers for us, which is always nice. Um, some really cool people. And then I did participate in some events. I did a teams trio. We where you get like
Ooh,
we had a box of Lorwyn and we made 3 decks and competed with those 3 decks. That was a fun format to use, like a
nice.
different take on limited, and we got second, so that's cool.
Oh,
Oh, heck
wow.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and is me, my wife, and brother-in-law. We jammed those. We were the team, and we got to second. Yeah,
Did you get a lot of tickets
Uh,
for that?
yeah, we did. It was
Nice.
sweet. It was
like
sweet.
3v3 games.
Yeah, so it's like you sit across from like you pretty much you do best 2 out of 3 and like games like across from people, and then your team whoever has the best record of the team uh wins it all, so of that round.
Mm,
So they get like all the tickets of that round. So we won all but one of our rounds. So
That's
dang.
awesome.
yeah. Uh,
Cool.
and and then but we lost our first round, so we were like, uh-oh. But then we crushed it from then on out. uh, then we did I did the Gavin Unknown event, and that's always fun, and it raises money for the Trevor Project, which is a good cause. And oh, Keith.
Did it have the brand new Commander mystery unknown, or is that not a thing yet?
No,
That was a different event.
that was a different event. I did not get
Uh,
invited to that one. That was just like for a select and elite few, and I was not of the select and elite few, unfortunately. But I did do the unknown event where you have like mystery booster 2 packs, and you make a commander deck along with some playtest cards, which are always funny. Um, like I built around the Good Gamers card where you could have multiple copies of your commander and they all dealt
oh,
commander damage. It was a cool concept for a card. And yeah, it was a good time. And then at Gen Con, of course, there was the big event where Gavin hosted the mystery commander draft party. I was not invited to that, but there's a whole bunch of wacky and wild uh, commanders literally breaking the rule with the effect of rule breaker on them,
Yep.
pushing the limits of card mechanics. And it's really interesting design. I know there's a lot of people salty because it's not like available in mass to hardly anyone. So, yes, Keith.
saw like the scope of the Commander mystery booster packs are insane. There's like 2,000 cards in the set
Hmm.
that you can pull from. It's unreal. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
so that'll be like uh the the chased thing, people wanting an opportunity at those for sure, I can imagine. But it's so cool. It's cool to see kind of like the limits that they're pushing some of the card designs, and that might inform like more watered down versions of cards we get in main sets later. So it
True.
is kind of cool to look to some of the rules that they're playing with commander and color identity and all sorts of different things that they're just kind of tweaking here and there. So really fascinating.
Nice. Did you check out any other have any other like favorite board games or card games that you checked out while you were there?
Yeah, so picked up um, Tiny Mountain Goats is a fun
Okay.
little uh, game that can be played with up to 4 people. You get your goats to the top of mountains. Good time. And then there's a really fun game fire fire something duels. Oh my goodness. I will
Fire
link.
Emblem duels.
Yes,
It's
I know.
just all different
I'll
characters from Fire
I'll,
Emblem and they fight
I'll
each other.
send. Yeah, I'll send it to Nathan after this because I my brain cannot retrieve it. So, but it was a good time. Just like cute little dragons in a shop, various shops, firing abilities to build tiles and collect points and stuff. It's cool. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, so good times. Also, there's like everything at Gen Con was Hobbit themed because of the coinciding Hobbit release. So there's like Hobbit events that you could do. You could uh, travel around the entire convention and scan 14 QR codes and get a free like collector's booster pack. Or you could walk like a certain amount of steps and show someone, and you get like free packs for walking a certain amount, just going on your own Hobbit adventure. So they were giving out a lot of free stuff. I didn't do any of that because the line to claim said stuff
Mhm.
was always really, really long. It's like I'd just rather spend my time immersed in the con itself.
I think I
So
found your
full
game,
round.
Josh. I think I found it.
Yeah.
I
Is it
think I
called
did too.
Flamecraft Duels?
Yes, that's it.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah, it's got two little dragons on the front of it, and they're
Samesies.
throwing stuff.
Yeah, well,
Found it too.
nicely sleuthed, Nathan. Nicely done.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a cute little
Little chibi
two-player
dragon.
game. Yeah, something that you can
Yeah,
rack up like a 20-minute game of in between episodes or something.
yeah,
And in between episodes of Hexproof of Ward, of course.
exactly.
Hexproof from Ward. I should know the name of our own show. Hexproof from Ward, of course. And speaking of Hobbit, I also did the pre-release. I am guiding a lot of this episode off of my experience, but
It's all right. That's all right. That's why you've got the reins of this one.
yeah, my back-to-back weekends were very magic heavy. So for our Magic Cup podcast, I feel like I'll be talking a lot, but I did stuff.
Yeah.
The Hobbit pre-release was really cool. It's great to uh, like with this source material. Like there's a lot of people who it was like their first ever pre-release. The Hobbit was what got them into
Oh,
Magic, and it was like
that's
their
fun.
first time touching Magic cards at the pre-release or something like that. Or is like really cool for people like that. Is also cool for more experienced people to have a Universes Beyond that's also like immediately high fantasy and not like immersion breaking.
Right.
So I think
Right.
it's a sweet spot. Keith.
What were the like strong archetypes in draft?
So
And what did you
this,
play?
oh, I really jumped ship because I got Gas and Golgari, and so the Mirkwood alliance of like wolves and bats
Yeah.
and some of the black goblins that was really strong. The I also got Bjorn, which is like I got the mythic Bjorn, but I never got to play him.
Did you get the
But
baby Bjorn?
I did get I did get the common baby Bjorn, and I did actually
Nice.
play the baby Bjorn, but I did not
Perfect.
uh, play the mythic Bjorn, which was an absolute bomb and limited. Uh,
Yeah.
but I did get was the like Bilbo Side Strike or something like that. It's essentially a murder reprint at
Mhm.
so I got three of those in my pack whenever you have destroy
Ooh,
target creature at instant
very
speed.
nice.
Just that informed my decision to jump ship and play black in some
Was it
capacity, and then I
was
had
it
a little more. Yeah,
pretty low cost too?
it's
Make
it's
it even
like
better.
it's literally a murder clone. 1 and 2 black,
Oh,
destroy
okay.
anything,
Yeah.
and there's not a ton of hexproof or protection in the limited environment, so I was
Right.
able to just run three of those, destroy the biggest threats, and I had a pretty resilient army of wolves and whatnot to
Nice.
follow it up with. It's sweet. I got fifth out of like 67 people, so those
Not
That's very
shabby
good.
at all.
yeah.
Boys cleaning up.
Yeah. So I feel like the Golgari, like the Mirkwood, uh,
Bats.
bats and you know,
Critter typal.
yeah, Critters Alliance and was really, really strong. I think that was the most powerful that I was seeing. Though there was a pretty good dwarf deck that I squared up against
So
that.
you could say you were kind
Yeah.
of running an animal control deck, where the animals were controlling the other people.
Yes, the ASPCA, but not how you think.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that was a good time. Definitely fun, uh, limited meta. Even though it's like a small set, I feel like there's enough to have varied games and build an informed limited deck. So do recommend it, even though it's a small set. So they did a better job making a complete draftable set as opposed to what they did with Spider-Man.
Man, and there's some solid reprints from the first Lord of the Rings set in that set too. It's pretty sweet.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the new art of Orcish Bowmasters is beautiful in my opinion.
Are those only in collector packs?
Nope.
How do you get
Box
those?
topper.
Nope, you can get them in
Uh,
packs too.
Oh, well, saw videos a little bit ago where someone got a box topper version of it, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah, you can
I
get it in
see.
box topper, but apparently it's in packs as well. So hopefully
yeah.
what I read is true. But yeah,
I just know it's on Scryfall. It's called Hobbit Eternal, and that's where they put the scene stuff and all the full art crap.
full art or fart for
Oh,
Um,
and they brought back the cool foils. Did you get a One Ring?
uh,
Maybe.
I did not, in fact, did
No.
not get a one ring. I did not.
I got
Shucks.
one. See,
Dun, dun, dun. It's right there.
is a
Yeah.
joke.
Well, I, I,
It's right
I
next to
figured
my
you.
John Cena secret layer card.
No, I thought you're our editor. I thought you were just gonna put one in and post.
I could. That'd be funny.
As I
It's
was
gonna be low
reacting, I just
poly
thought,
and then like moving around the whole
yeah,
time.
just like have you with Post Malone in the One Ring in the same, like just edit it
Yeah,
all
just
together for a frame.
Oh man.
Cut out the plotting. Just do that. Okay. Speaking of plotting, plot is not a mechanic in Hobbit, but I did build a Hobbit themed precon if you guys had any interest in
Ooh,
seeing that
No, I think
absolutely.
we just
in the episode now.
yeah, I think we're done.
Everyone flip off Josh and we end the episode at 23 minutes.
Oh, what we
There
got
is
White
here?
there's a gas leak at
dwarfs.
Hexproof from Ward today. I don't know what to tell you.
We haven't seen each other for a week. This is what happens, guys. So,
Yeah. We are
uh,
My kitty's getting her dirty paws on my desk mat.
I'll poop. All right, what you got, Josh?
okay.
So we
So
don't have any precons for The Hobbit. So, Josh, what did you build?
I was nice enough to make one for us. So I at the helm we have Bifer, melodic rider. He is a dwarf bard for 4 and 2 split Boros. So 6 CMC total. Kind of an expensive commander, but his effect is going to provide all the gas for this build. So that's why he's at the helm. He has Storied, which is a new mechanic from uh, the Hobbit. And so if you control 3 or more artifacts, legendaries, and or sagas, you have enduring story for the rest of the game. And so it's similar to Ascended or any of those mechanics, City's Blessing sort of thing. And then whenever uh, Beefer enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And then as long as you have an enduring story, if an ability of a dwarf you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So it's pretty much Panharmonicon for dwarves. And that is rad. So that's why I built it around him. And with that, before we get to the creatures and stuff, I want to dive straight to the lands first. We'll get the boring part out of the way first.
Okay.
Okay. So I modeled the lands after recent precons. So I had the Lorehold Strixhaven and formed the land base. The only substitution I made was I replaced the expensive white land uh, from that set with uh, the Lonely Island or the Lonely Mountain, not the
Lonely
Lonely
Island
Island.
boys.
That's a band. I'm in. Yeah, the
Josh is
Lonely
on a
Mountain.
boat.
Yes, it's going fast. No boats on this build.
Oh,
Uh, but the Lonely Mountain was the only substitution made. But yeah, so I'm not going to bore you with the land base. I literally just yoinked it from the Lorehold precon. So look that up if you're interested. And there's 37 lands.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Now we'll dive into our creatures.
Are
We got
Bifer and Bofer brothers?
Yeah,
I have
well,
not read The Hobbit, so I'll need someone else to inform me if I'm saying anything dumb.
Their names are just like real similar, so I was guessing that that's what.
Philly and Killy might be the only ones that are like actually brothers because they're twins.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not
So,
sure.
uh, so we have Bofer, reliable guardian. He is a one-drop dwarf, and I know Nathan just thought Bofer these nuts, and he's holding it in, but he was being mature and wasn't going to say it out loud. But I see it on his face.
They're
Yeah.
cousins.
Oh.
Bombfer is Bofer's brother,
Yeah,
not
Bomber
Bifer.
and yeah,
Bomber.
Bomber and Bofer, then Bifer is the cousin. Yep,
Yep. But Bofer D's nuts. Yeah.
of
Got him.
course.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, Bofer, reliable guardian. He has adventure, and so the adventure is instant speed for 1 and a white. You give something hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Target creature you can or artifact you control. And then you one drops for a 1/1 lifelink elf. We have Dwarven Mauler, which is pretty sick. Equip abilities
Well,
cost
go back to Bofer real quick. Look at that horse just trying to like tongue the carrots
yeah.
in his pocket. Okay, Dwarven Mauler.
Yeah, Dwarven Mauler. One drop for a 2/1. Every day, Savannah Lions just gets clowned on further. And equip abilities cost 2 less to cast. So like awesome, efficiently costed 2/1 and a great ability. We have Axgard Cavalier. One of our friends from Kalatheim is going to make an appearance here because it is a dwarf berserker that can tap and give target creature haste.
Nice.
Then we have Dane, Lord of Iron Hills, 1 and a white, dwarf noble with vigilance, storied. So again, echoing the mechanic I mentioned earlier. And as long as you have an enduring story, creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 1 for each of those attacking creatures.
Dang.
So kind of a little diet propaganda on a dwarf. Then we have Dane's Company. And you're in good company with this guy because for red and a white, you get yourself a dwarf warrior with lifelink as long as you control another dwarf. And then whenever this creature enters, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can reveal a dwarf or equipment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest into the bottom in a random order. Then we have Dwalin Weapon Master, 1 in Split Boros for a Dwarf Warrior with first strike, and then whenever he enters or attacks, you put a hone counter on equipment you control. Hone counters are a new mechanic introduced in The Hobbit, and they give whatever equipment you put the hone counter on +1/+0.
Okay.
And then we have the Iron Hills Blacksmith for 1 and a white. You get a Dwarf Artificer, has double strike, and when this creature enters, you create a colorless equipment artifact token named Axe, and equipped creature gets +1/+0, and equipped 2.
What?
And we have Killy, the Resourceful, a dwarf scout with storied. As long as you have an enduring story, you may pay 2 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equipment you activate each turn. And then whenever another dwarf or an equipment you control enters, is it 2 or 0? I can't read.
0.
It's 0. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, even better. You may pay 0. It makes it free. The first equip cost is free. uh, for the first equip cost each turn. And then whenever a dwarf or equipment you control enters, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. So, yep, nice little draw stapled on there. Then another friend from Cowtime, Cole the Forge Master, dwarf or warrior for Boros. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand, and then creature tokens you control that are enchanted or equipped get +1/+1. And so, like, before I go further, I would like to say if this was a precon, the reprinted Cowtime like legends would have their names changed, and they would do like the whole like uh the what the Cowtime card is under like one of the dwarves from the Hobbit. So they like to do that treatment a lot. So that's what how it would be in the precon if they did it. So then we have Magda Brazen Outlaw. So it would could change to like Beaufort this out or the other, or Keeley this out or the other, just depending on what flavor would fit back best. But or you love her, one in a red, you get a dwarf berserker. Other dwarfs get +1/+0, and then whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, you create a treasure token, and then you can sacrifice 5 treasures. Search your library for an artifact or dragon card, put that onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. With our commander Beefer, uh, those you would be getting 2 treasures every time you tap a dwarf, and it just gets real gross real quick. We have uh, Oin the Brave. So I'm probably butchering these names, so please forgive me, any Tolkien fans.
Say
Uh,
Owen.
Owen.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Owen the Brave. And then Tolkien fans, Keith said this character doesn't really matter, so like words from his mouth.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have put him on full blast like that, Keith, but say it with your full chest.
Yikes.
Okay, but storied, as long as you have enduring story, it gets +1/+0 in haste, and then you can pay 1 and discard a card, draw a card. Rummaging effect is going to be nice to get to our answers. So we have Rayav Mastersmith for Boros, Dwarf Artificer. When a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, that creature gains double strike until end of turn. And we have Sram, Senior Edificer. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, you draw a card. I know you haven't seen any equipments yet, but trust me, that's going to be an aspect of this deck.
Mm.
Okay. We have ourselves Thorn Oakenshield for Boros. Trample, storied, as long as you have enduring story. Artifacts and creatures you control have Ward 1. That's nice little protection from spot removal. Okay. And then also something interesting with Ward 1 is it is a triggered ability. So it would trigger twice if you have a Beefer out. So it's really Ward 2 with our commander, which is pretty nice. It's decent deterrent. So we have Dane Ironfoot, 2 in a red. Whenever it enters, you make a colorless equipment axe. Same as before, like +1/+0 equips for 2. And then when you do, you get to attach it to target creature, so you get to just slam that on a creature when he enters. And then whenever he attacks, each equipped attacking creature gains double strike until end of turn. So a couple ways to give our equipped creatures double strike, which is pretty brutal. We have Dory, Bearer of Friends, 2 in a red. Trample on ETB. He creates a treasure token. So with Beefer out, we would get 2 treasure tokens. We have Dwerger, Hedge Mage, 2, and Split Boros. Whenever he enters, if you control 2 or more mountains, you destroy target artifact. Whenever he enters, if you control 2 or more planes, you destroy target enchantment. If you control Beefer, when he enters and you have both of those, you destroy 2 artifacts and 2 enchantments.
Wow.
Pretty sick. We have Fairgrounds Warden. Two and white. Whenever he enters, you exile target creature and opponent controls until Fairgrounds Warden leaves the battlefield. With B for out, he's a double Oblivion Ring, which is pretty sick. We have Feely and Keely Joyous, uh, two in a red. Dwarf Bard with haste. You can tap it to add 2 red to your mana pool. You can spend it only to cast dwarf equipment and saga spells.
They're not twins, by the way. I'm not the lore master. Oh,
So, and so we have Gloin, Dwarf Emissary. I think this is the only dwarf I put from the original Lord of the Rings because Gloin is in both. You would just redo the art with a younger version of Gloin here. But two in a red, whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then you can tap him, sacrifice a treasure token to goad target creature. Then we have Plundering Barbarian, who is a dwarf barbarian for two in a red. When he enters, you can choose one, smash the chest where you destroy target artifact, or pry it open and create 2 artifact. Create they are artifacts. Create 2 treasure tokens. Yeah. We have Bruinor Battle Hammer for 2 in Boros. You get a Dwarf Warrior. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it, and you can pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost for the first equip ability you activate each turn. So we have some redundancy with that effect. We have Feely the Pathfinder for 3 and a white, storied, and then as long as you have enduring story, creatures you control get +1/+1, and then whenever Feely or another non-token dwarf enters under your control, you create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. And again, this would double with Beefer, so you get double. Then we have Thorin Mountain King, 3 and red, dwarf noble. Whenever Thorin enters, you attach any number of target equipment you control to target creature you control. When one or more equipment become attached to that creature this way, that creature deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature. So it's a nice little removal on ETB. Balin Loremaster, 3 and 2 red, dwarf bard, storied. Whenever Balin or another dwarf you control entered, you may discard your hand, draw X cards, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. If you have enduring story, Balin deals X damage to each opponent. Nekusar, what are you doing here as a dwarf?
I love it.
Then we have Dane of the Ancient Halls, 3 red and a white, dwarf noble with vigilance and haste. Whenever he attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of dwarves you control to each opponent. We have Thorn King of Durin's Folk, 3 and Boros for a dwarf noble, and whenever Thorn or another dwarf you control enters, you create a treasure token, and then other dwarves you control get +1/+0 for each artifact token you control. That's pretty nasty. At the top end of our curve, we have ourselves a Ori Plate Stacker. 5 and 2 white. Whenever he enters, you destroy all artifacts and enchantments your opponents control, and you gain a life for each permanent destroyed this way. So
Nice.
it's yeah, pretty much half of an austere command that only hits your opponent. So that's pretty rad. So for sorceries, there's typically mass interruption in precons, and one of their favorites to include is chain reaction. So you can imagine this with some chaotic dwarf fight scene.
Yeah.
But there's for 2 and 2 red, a chain reaction deals X damage to each creature, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield.
Okay.
Then we have Reckless Crew for 3 and a red, sorcery from Kaldheim. You create X 2/1 dwarf berserk creature tokens, where X is the number of vehicles you control plus the number of equipment you control. For each of those tokens, you may attach an equipment you control to it. So that's how we would cover after a board wipe. Then we have Winnowing, which I would like to see maybe in future Commander products, because it is a lot of the Commander products are typal. So to like lean into that for mass disruption, I think Winnowing's like
Slap.
a fair priced card, and I think it's versatile enough to maybe see it in precons in the future. So, but it's really cool. It's 4 and 2 white convoke, so you can use your tap your creatures to help pay for it. And then for each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. So, spoiler alert, all of our creatures are dwarves. It'll always be one-sided
Hmm.
for us.
Nice.
Blasphemous Act, classic mass removal in a precon. 8 in a red, but you'll never pay that because the spell costs 1 less for each creature you control on, no, each creature on the battlefield, not just you control, each creature on the battlefield, and it deals 13 damage to each creature. And for spot removal, we have Path to Exile. You exile target creature. Its controller can search the library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. And we have Source the Plowshare. Exile target creature. Controller gains power equal to its gains life equal to its power. Uh, then this is a fun card from All Will
All will
Be
be
One.
one.
Yeah. For 1 and a white, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and also equipped creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Then we have Vow to Erebor, 1 and a white, untapped target creature you control. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a dwarf, you may attach an equipment you control to it. So then we have Unbreakable Formation. This is a really cool art of this with the dwarf front and center for 2 and a white. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and uh, addendum. If you catch this spell during your main phase, you put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. So you can either protect your board from a opponent's wipe, or you can just kind of stack them up and send them at your opponent.
Stack them deep and sell them cheap.
Yeah. So I for the creature and artifact ratio, I kind of look to the Wakanda Forever precon
Mm-hmm.
from uh, to inform how many artifacts versus creatures. I played with it a little bit, but and then also to determine the monetary value of the equipment I'm choosing and like what would be realistic for a precon. And
Right.
according to Wakanda Forever, some pretty cool cards are realistic for a precon. Okay, but we'll get into some of the budget ones first. So we have the Blood Forged Battle Axe. So it's an equipment for 1. An equipped creature gets +2/+0, and then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Blood Forged Battle Axe. Then we have a Diamond Pickaxe for a red equipped 2. The Diamond Pickaxe has indestructible, and then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, no, whenever it attacks, you get the treasure token. You don't even have to deal the combat damage. Yeah. Uh, this is going to be a really helpful card for us. It's key to the side door. It's artifact that costs 1. You can pay 2 and tap it, and then target creature can't be blocked this turn, so it's a nice little evasion. But the second part is also really important because most of our creatures are legendaries. You can pay 1 and tap, discard a legendary with the oh
Same name as a legendary permanent you control.
that's not going to come across as much. Uh,
Mostly just using it for like a rogue's passage type thing. Can't really do
yeah,
the second one.
yeah, that's my brain saw that I worked a lot differently in my head then Nathan had to read the card, which then explains the card, and now I don't like it anymore. So we could just literally replace it with something else later. Okay, anyway, but yeah, the Rogue's Passage on a 1 drop artifact is kind of nice. So
I do have a question though. Would that, because sometimes like if you have something that says like target creature if it shares a type. So like you can have these dwarf nobles, but you also have dwarf bards, but they're technically both dwarves, right? You have some of these creatures do have the same first name. Like you have um
Yeah, unfortunately, it has to be the full
the
name,
exact
like
full name.
to
Are you
the
Yes,
sure?
T.
That
it has
means
to be the
a
exact
duplicate
name on the top of the
card.
card, no matter what.
Yep.
Mm,
Yeah.
lame. It's
Otherwise you
pretty
couldn't
lame.
have. Otherwise you couldn't have like both versions of Olivia on the field at the same time because their names are Olivia or something like that. So
And it's
All of
like
this,
kind of
all of
the
the
same thing with
Spider-Mans.
planeswalkers. You can have any type of Liliana on the field, even though the same name of the creature type is, or the planeswalker type is, but as long as it's like Liliana Heretic Healer or Liliana something something, as long as that name is different, all good.
That's lame.
yeah. So and not very strong in. So the second part's not very strong in Commander, but the
First part
the
is.
first part is. Yeah. Okay. Then we got a Soul Ring out here.
Never heard
It's a
of it.
precon. For people not in the know, it's a pretty decent artifact. You pay a one and then it taps
Oh
for
no.
two. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Hold on, I gotta switch this from a Marvel one to a Lord of the Rings one. My bad. Or a Furby.
Yep. So Nathan's looking for Arcane Signet, which is a
There we go.
2-drop mana
Let's do that
rock
one.
that adds 1 mana of any color in your color identity. We have Blackblade Reforged, 2-drop equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. You can pay 3 to equip to a legendary creature, or pay 7 to equip it to a non-legendary creature. Luckily, most of our creatures are legendary, so that works out. We have Boros Signet, 2-drop mana rock, pay 1, tap it, add Boros.
Okay.
We have Dwarven Matic for 2-drop equipment. When it enters, you can attach it to a target dwarf you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has ward 1. Goldvein Pick, uh, 2-drop equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. When it deals combat damage to a player, you create a treasure token. Equip 1. We have Idol of Oblivion. This is a piece of draw that they like to put in a lot of precons. 2-drop artifact. You can tap it to draw a card, activate only if you created a token this turn. We can make treasure tokens pretty consistently with this deck. And then we can also make dwarf tokens, and we can make axe tokens. So there's various tokens we'll be making. So it'll be a fruitful draw engine. Also, you can pay 8 and sacrifice it to make a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi artifact creature token. That part doesn't really fit with the
Gross.
flavor, but I was hurting for draw engines. Also, I'm glad we landed on this card, which is Improvised Arsenal. It's 1 in a red, and it's an artifact equipment from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and you can pay 4 in a red and create a token that's a copy of this equipment and equips for a red. The reason I wanted to mention this is because the name is very generic, Improvised Arsenal. So
Yeah.
they can absolutely seeing them remaking this card and
Oh
taking
yeah.
Casey's golf clubs out of it.
Yeah.
Key to the City, 2-drop artifact. You can tap it, discard a card, and up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. And then whenever this artifact becomes untapped, you can pay 2 if you do draw a card. So it's like a little bit of a rummaging effect if you need it to be, but most importantly, make something unblockable. We have Mask of Memory, to drop equipment. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card, equip 1, so it's more draw. Then we have Rogue's Gloves, to drop equipment. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, equip 2. Also, like we have multiple ways to give our creatures with equipment double strike. So we can be drawing multiple cards and filling our hands with more dwarves and equipment. And
Oh yeah.
then you don't get Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves in a precon. You get one or the other. I chose Swiftfoot Boots because we're going to be wanting to stack up our equipments. So 2-drop equipment, equipped creature gets hexproof and haste and equips for 1. We have Sword of the Animist. So they they slammed this into the Wakanda precon, so we can slam it into our dwarf precon. Uh, and It's 2-drop equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and then whenever it attacks, you can search your library for a basic land card, put on battlefield tapped, then shuffle, equip 2. I hope they keep reprinting this one into the dirt because it's a nice way for red to put lands into the battlefield.
Yeah.
Why should green have all the fun? We have Talisman of Conviction, 2-drop mana rock. It can tap for a colorless, or you can tap it for either of our colors, but it deals damage to you. We have the Iron Crag. Why should our mana rocks not also be equipment? I ask you this, good sirs. Do you have a reason why our mana rocks can't also be equipment?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh.
So the Iron Crag, 2-drop mana rock, you can tap to add a colorless, or whenever a legendary creature you control enters the battlefield, you may have the Iron Crag become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame, Hero's Legacy. If you do, it gains equip 3. Equip creature gets +3/+3 and loses all abilities. Iron Crag loses all the abilities. Your creature does not lose all the abilities. Just clarifying.
Right.
Yes. We have Herald's Horn. It's been in a few precons. 3-drop artifact. When it enters, you choose a creature type. You are going to be choosing dwarves. And then creature spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you can look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Then the gassed up equipment that they would create just for this product to sell the product would be the Orcrist Goblin Cleaver. It's a similar vein to the Reaver Cleaver that sold all the precon product from the previous Lord of the Rings precons. 3-drop equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, choose a creature type. You create a treasure token for each creature you control of that type. This is likely going to be the best card from this whole set for Commander. The most Commander decks could be better with this in it.
Yeah, I could totally use that in any of my
Hurts.
typal decks for sure.
Yeah. We have Relic of Legends, 3-drop artifact. It taps to add 1 of any color. But also, we can untap legendary creatures we control to add 1 mana of any color.
Wow.
And then we have the
Black
Hammer of
Panther's
Nizan,
Claws. Here,
also
hold
known
on.
as
I'll
Black-
get one that's not too crazy. There we go. Yeah.
Something that looks crazy. The
There we go.
hammer from Sonic the Hedgehog. We have ourselves a Hammer of Nizan. Again, obviously, it was also reprinted in the Wakanda Forever precon, so it's fair game for me to throw it into this deck.
Yep.
And whenever Hammer of Nizan or another equipment you control enters under your control, you may attach it to target creature you control, and equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible.
Noise.
We have a Dwarven Short Sword, 3 and a white. When this equipment enters, you create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token and attach this equipment to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. So I picture this would get a rename as something more Lord of the Rings related, maybe like a Dwarven Gauntlet or something along those lines. But Vibranium Strike Gauntlets is an equipment from, believe it or not, the Wakanda Precon, and has flash. When it enters, you attach it to target creature you control, and then creature gets +3/+0 and trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So yeah. And then so that gets us out of the equipment, and now we'll dive into our single enchantment in the whole deck. This is also a little bit of a sorcery, but it is an unexpected party for 2 and 2 white. You have an enchantment, and when it enters, you choose a creature type. We'll choose dwarves, and creatures you control of the chosen type get +2/+2. The adventure side of it is a sorcery for X 2 and a white, create X 2/2 red dwarf creature tokens.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
Sweet.
so that is the dwarf precon. How do you guys feel I did keeping a spear of a precon?
Oh,
I like it, and the price that you've got is pretty close to ish to
yeah, like the
what happens
value of a
sometimes.
precon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I try to keep it close to like since the universe is beyond one, I try to keep it close to like the cost
Yeah.
uh of a marble product. So what my
Yep.
total came up to 140, which I believe was my
And
budget.
it could be a little less than that. I had to switch a couple of these printings just because I didn't want to have like Marvel and stuff, which are the lowest cost printings. So it would actually
Well,
be you'd be around like 130, I believe,
I feel
without the
like you'd be
switches that
lower
I
than
made.
that because some of the stuff that will get reprinted will drop in price.
Right. Yeah. So you're lower. It says 140.67, but you'd be lower than that.
Yeah,
I have four four creatures to put on your considering or
Oh,
like maybe
can
board.
you look at creatures and like pause? Okay.
Is it okay if I bring them up real fast?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what creatures were here. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the first one is Storm Kiln Artist, just because it's a fun little Storm Kiln Artist, 3 and a red, 2/2 Dwarf Shaman. Storm Kiln Artist gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, just since we have so many artifacts. Magecraft, when you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. So we'll move that. And then I've got a couple more real fast. And then Keith, I know you fingered, but let me get these other three out real fast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we have like limited instant sorceries, but he can be a big guy.
Yep. Torbrand, Thrain of Redfell for 1 and 3 red is a 2/4 dwarf noble. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2 instead. Just another fun one to have. And then Insufferable Balladeer. It's a fun little guy. 1 in red for a 2/1 dwarf bard with vicious mockery. When insufferable balladeer enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls can't block this turn and goad it. So if you have a way to like flicker him in and out of the battlefield, he's fun.
Yeah.
And
also you
then
legally have to say the name of the creature you goad in a mocking tone.
right. And then the last one that I have is Blazing Fire Singer for 2 and a red is a 2/3 dwarf bard. This creature enters prepared, and the prepared spell is Seething Song for 2 and a red. It's an instant that adds 5 red mana. So
I like that
those are
because that
just
would also put our beefer out ahead of curve. I really like that one from the Strixhaven. That would be, I
yeah.
could see that one finding a spot on the list. Now, I did have it pretty light on instants and sorceries. So, Keith, what were you thinking?
Um, I didn't have a lot of spells. Everything looks pretty decent, but I, I just really want to throw a Bilbo in here. It just makes sense. And there's only one
But
Bilbo
he'd be the
that's in the
only
color
hobbit
identity.
out of all the dwarves.
I know, but it's the unexpected gathering or whatever. And it's at his house. They're all traveling with him.
Unexpected
So
adventurer.
yeah, adventure. Bilbo, unexpected adventurer, 3 and a white, 2/2 halfling rogue. Bilbo can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. When Bilbo deals combat damage to a player or battle, put up to one target non-lane permanent card with mana value 3 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under its owner's control. And then I was just looking at like some strong equipment to like supplement what was already there. And one of them is the new Sting, which is really crazy. So it's called Sting Bilbo's Sword. It's just 2 colorless legendary artifact equipment with flash. When Sting enters, put a hone counter on Sting for each creature target opponent controls. Attach Sting to up to one target creature you control and equip 3. And here's a new cool Hobbit card, and it comes in one of the scene packs or whatever they're called. It's called Long Lost Lances.
That alliteration.
Yeah. 2 colorless artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 during your turn. Creatures you control that are equipped have first strike and vigilance and equip 2. And then Colossus Hammer, because why not?
Yeah, if we're cheating, we have a couple things that make equip cost 0, but I'll let you read why that's important.
Yep. Colossus Hammer, 1 colorless artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. Equip 8.
Man, but Keith,
Dang.
our dwarves will lose flying. We can't possibly
They're
include that.
they're
We could
grounded.
include that and lose the key to the side door.
Honestly, send it.
Okay. I'll just move key to the side door to considering.
There we go. Yeah, because I can't read cards apparently. It's like, oh, this will be great. We can like filter unwanted legendaries that from our hand. It's like that shares the same name as one you already
Ooh.
got. It's like, oh,
One of the main ones has a dwarf on it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't you don't have
Ban
the
hammer.
broke. Yeah.
That's the ban hammer, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I had some more Bilbo drip, or maybe it's not Bilbo, but it's Mithril Coat. 3 colorless or legendary artifact equipment with flash, indestructible. When Mithril Coat enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible and equip 3.
Like they would not put that in a precon.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Oh, it is expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
expensive card.
Well,
See if you. Well, I mean, the
well,
price is going to
well.
come down, but yeah, it's a 30-some dollar card.
It might. I don't think it's coming down because it's like you can have yeah, you can have this sought after card, or you can have an even prettier version of the sought after card. I
Yeah.
don't think it was like one of the box topper ones, so that I don't think it.
Oh, yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah.
Sam, do you have any additions or anything like
That
that
looks
that you
No,
do?
it's a solid deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Ethan.
I had to fight the urge to put Panharmonicon in here. Go ahead and put it in the maybes.
Okay.
another one.
Just because I didn't, not all of our boys trigger on ETB, but B first kind of like dwarf Panharmonicon. But
Okay.
whenever an artifact or equipment you control enters, you and has a ETB ability, you double that ability. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you want to change the name of this, Keith? What's up?
I'll throw in another land just cause. The Lonely Mountain.
Oh, it's already in there.
Oh, it
That was
is.
that was the one
Yeah.
land that
I didn't
I
see it.
substituted
Yeah, that's why we
out
made
of.
the Lonely Island joke at
Yeah,
the beginning of the deck build.
Oh,
yeah.
rip. I
Yeah.
was
You
looking at
act like you haven't
cards.
been sleeping well or
Rip
something.
dog. What do you want to
Where
name
you-
this deck, Josh?
So I
I
had
kind of
some.
like the Hobbit precon start to it, just to kind of show off that we're building our own precons for the Hobbit.
Yeah.
We can keep that. Yeah.
Let's maybe.
You got to come up with like a Wizards of the Coast type name for the deck.
I never read subtitles for those. What are some of the most recent ones?
Let's see.
Maybe give her a goog.
A list of every precon. No, it's just Doom Prevails, Fantastic Four, Wakanda Forever, Avengers Assemble.
The Lonely
then-
Mountain Armory.
Yeah, we'll show that off in just a minute. Okay.
That's not bad. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. And what would your
Cool,
deck
cool, cool.
description be? Yeah. Yep. You can play with that.
Power up with
We-
artifacts.
We don't need to
Uh,
show 'em that right now, bub.
Yeah.
Because
That was the Wakanda Forever like subtitle.
Like
Gather your dwarven.
Where dwarven greed
Friends.
has evolved into equipments or something of that, since all dwarves are greedy.
so maybe Erebor's
I have
finest
no idea how to spell that.
ERE.
BOR.
Yeah. Erebor's finest like swinging Erebor's finest dwarves and equipment or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swag.
All right.
Cool.
Bracket 2.
Yeah, very much so. I modeled it. I pretty much took the land base and land base from the Strixhaven precon and the equipment ratio from the Wakanda Forever precon said kiss. So yes, very bracket too.
Okay. All right. See anything else that kind of goes along with this? Equipment for
Equipment.
sure.
Mhm.
Um,
No, please. Put those back, please. Tokens for sure.
yeah.
Treasure tokens and then dwarf tokens and the occasional axe token.
All right.
Yeah.
My
It's a
axe.
great deck.
Yeah, thank you. As a fun project to kind of uh I feel like whenever we build decks, we have a formula to make upgraded like
Wait.
like
Wait.
past the precon zone to kind of hamstring the deck process to make it a little bit more realistic for a precon was a interesting exercise.
Yeah. 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 So that was
So,
fun.
but I think some of the cards that you guys recommended would be reasonable upgrades for a precon per se. Like if we were like, how would we upgrade this
Yeah.
precon? I know like
Yeah.
a lot of content creators do that. I feel like Mithril Coat would be a great pricey addition to
I
upgrade
did
that
not look at the
precon.
price for that at
Yeah.
all. I
Yeah.
just wanted to be thematic.
Mhm. Yeah, I would love a precon for that. And then yeah, so that's the that I think we're not quite done because I believe we have to talk about the coolest playmat ever.
Okay. The coolest
Ooh.
playmat ever, and Eli has been wanting to show this for like 20 minutes, and that's why I keep saying, not yet, not yet, not yet.
What's
Uh,
that?
check this out.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, talk,
They
Nathan.
are
Bring the focus back.
they are stitched. They are just absolutely beautiful playmats. They're made by Jank Mats. Inkland Inkland Customs did our goblin tokens, and I reached out and I was like, "Hey, could you expand that so we can make sweet playmats?" And it happened. So, very excited. Like I said on our shorts and things, so like Instagram, Facebook, uh, YouTube. If you watch the shorts, you already saw them. Um, but we've got a handful of them. And we can order some more. It takes a minute for them to come in, so that's why we haven't ordered a whole bunch. But all the proceeds after paying for the playmats, all the proceeds goes to Second Harvest Food Bank. So if people are interested, reach out, send us a DM, and we can get you a playmat. But yeah, really excited about them. Um, they are like really sweet playmats. So excited with how they turned out. So yeah.
yeah, with the coolest playmats ever. Does this episode resolve?
What's everybody up to this weekend? Anything? Bueller?
Manual labor.
Okay. I'm going to the biggest card show in the Midwest. It happens again this weekend, Shipshawana Card Fest. So I will be there representing the podcast and having some fun, eating some pretzels made by the Amish, hanging out with horses and buggies and stuff like that. So that is this Friday and Saturday. So if you find yourself up in Shipshawana and want to go to the best card show in like the state of Indiana, the Midwest, kind of the country, for sure go check it out. It's an awesome time. So
And the fact that it's an Amish country, wild.
It's crazy. I mean, I was there for the very first one, and it barely overtook a part of a hall in a very small like barn at one of the hotels, and now it takes over the entire convention center.
Hmm.
Like they almost built a convention center almost like solely for this show, which is crazy. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
only took the Amish 2 days.
yeah, it's pretty
Thanks for
nuts.
representing us there. That's gonna sounds awesome. Great opportunity.
Yeah, so I'll be buying some Magic singles, hopefully, if people bring them to the booth, and selling some singles and just talking Magic. And then I'll be with Joiner's Cards. So my best friend growing up, and still my best friend, but Bryce Joyner, he does sports cards, TCG, all that kind of stuff. So I do all the video work for him. So if you swing by, say hi, maybe you'll do a deal and get featured on his page. So yeah, that's all I've got.
Oh, I did have one more thing. Friend of the channel, Billy Weldon. He has his own podcast now where he and his
Ooh.
friends review bad movies. It's called Trapped in the Asylum, like Asylum, the movies that make like Sharknado and stuff like that. So he's always supported us. So
Cool.
definitely want to shout out his podcast, and yeah, I've listened to the first couple episodes. Pretty good. Definitely
If he
recommend.
ever wants somebody that was in the Sharknado movies to be in his podcast, let me know and I can help make that happen.
Oh, that'd be sick. I'm sure he'd
So-
love that. We'll have our people talk to his people.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and Eli's birthday party's on Sunday, so that'll happen before the next episode. So
yeah, happy almost birthday, Eli.
he said, "Happy almost birthday, Eli."
Yay.
Can you
Happy
say thank
almost
you?
birthday.
Little guy.
Yeah.
How
Are you
old
gonna-
will you be?
Pink.
40.
How many fingies?
3.
There we go.
Can you
Nice.
say, "I'll be chirp chirp."
I will get it.
Nice.
Chirp chirp. Yeah. All right.
Okay. That sounds like a much better note to resolve on. Does this episode resolve?
I think this episode resolves. We'll see you guys
Yes,
next
sir.
week, right? Say bye.
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 Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you liked what you heard, you can continue to listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.